How safe is Detroit? On June 11, 1805, Detroit was destroyed by fire, with chimney bricks of homes left standing and one warehouse. This event created the city's motto, "We hope for better things that will rise from the ashes." More than 50 years later, Detroit experienced riots in 1863, 1943, and 1967, with the 1967 riots lasting 5 days and considered one of the worst in the United States. Many houses and businesses were looted and burned to the ground throughout the city of Detroit. There were over 2,900 buildings burned down or looted, 43 people killed, 467 people injured, and over 7,500 arrested. 8,000 National Guard troops began cruising the roads in tanks, looking for and stopping the looting, shooting, and burning of a once thriving city, as well as 4,700 paratroopers and 360 Michigan State Police. The riots caused many businesses and citizens to abandon the city and its motto. During the mid-1970s through the mid-1990s, crime was at a record high, with 714 murders occurring in 1974. Both the police chief and the mayor were not spared. The police chief's car was stolen, and thieves broke into the mayor's mansion on 2 separate occasions. Knowing it was not a safe place to live, many police officers moved out to protect their families. During the mid-1980s, the family of the president of the Detroit Police Union lived in the suburbs. The city of Detroit tried to take action against the union president for violating a city ordinance stating that all public service personnel working for the city of Detroit must live in the city of Detroit. His case was taken to arbitration. He was found innocent because he did maintain a residence for himself in Detroit. Young Boys Incorporated, also known as YBI, was the first black drug gang operating on a major scale in the city of Detroit during the late 1970s through the mid-1980s, pushing drugs at school playgrounds and other areas in the city of Detroit. Since then, other dealers have replaced Young Boys Incorporated. Major department stores and other anchor stores moved to the suburbs to protect their investments, while citizens moved out of Detroit to protect their family. During Coleman Young's administration, from the mid-1970s through the mid-1990s, the night of October 30th might have been considered a holiday. Detroiters would celebrate that day by burning down houses in their own neighborhood, referring to it as Devil's Night. This celebration was so popular that it became Detroit's only international event during the month of October, and it may have been Detroit's only attraction. Reporters and tourists around the world became interested in this newly found rendition of literally burning down the house. Burning down neighborhoods must have been a way to celebrate a quasi-independence from America. In 1984, more than 800 fires were set during Devil's Night. In the mid-1970s through the mid-1990s, 500 to 800 fires were set within 3 days prior to every Halloween. During this same period, some business owners would deliberately set their business on fire to collect insurance. Over 17,000 people perished on the streets of Detroit since 1972.